but to me, drive-throughs are king. And even for some of the stuff I'm invested in the hospitality industry, restaurant side, I talk drive-throughs all day. If I can get a drive-through location, that's it. Like, I acknowledge how lazy people are, how short on time people are. They don't want to get out of their cars. If it's wintertime, especially in the Midwest, Northeast, you don't want to get out of your car if you have kids. And the winter, do you want to unbuckle your kids, trudge through the snow, go inside and get the food? I mean, one option is doing curbside. But to give a drive-through window, drive-through windows are it. And the problem is we keep building these copy and paste strip malls everywhere. It's like, I want to move somewhere where things are just kind of original. My favorite restaurant was before it went out of business was Big Rock Chop House in Birmingham, Michigan. It was in like a 100-year-old train station. It was authentic. It was original. It's not like everything's built in a goddamn strip mall, and it sucks. Like, it's just one of those things. But I mean, that's where we live now. The problem is with those strip malls, you don't always have a lot of drive-through window options. So you either got to go be first in and try to get an in unit that has the right traffic flow, or you got to go do an independent build somewhere, which is goddamn expensive. But I just feel like drive-throughs are the way, especially with COVID. Look at what the drive-throughs look like at Starbucks, at McDonald's, everywhere you go, and a large part of that is they close down the inside, so the drive-throughs are busy. But if you've noticed, their revenues have went up. So they figured out that we don't even need to do the inside. We don't need people eating inside. We don't need to clean inside. There's less staff. Just build it so you have drive-through windows, 2 drive-through windows. As I always say, my favorite dining room is my car. And I hate eating in my car because I like keeping my car clean and nice, but it's just one of those things. If you're traveling a lot, you're on the road a lot, you want to like eat and drive around, window open and listening to music, like you end up eating your car a lot. You don't need these big restaurants. The Portillios they built in Michigan on M59 is huge. Like, I'm not sure it's ever going to be busy enough to support, like that lot was expensive, that build out was expensive. I mean, we'll see. But I think they could have got away with just a drive-through window. But I don't know, the market's down today, so I don't think this is a reflection of this news, but it could be. But I just think that's where we're going. If you're not doing curbside right now, there's so many places I stopped eating at because I'm not going in places because of COVID. I'm trying to be as safe as possible. But they were doing curbside and then they stopped. It's like, you won't run my food out 20 feet and they won't do it. So I'm like, F off. I'm going to go somewhere else that'll do curbside, or I'll go to a drive-through window. Just one of those things that you got. If you're in the restaurant industry, you got to be smart. To not do one or the other is just completely crazy. But I think this is a smart idea. I think if you're in the restaurant industry in any way, shape, or form, if you're not doing curbside or you don't have a drive-through, you're losing. You're probably losing way more customers than you know, especially during the winter time and or those people with families. But I can see where this is a positive. They can hopefully keep the store size down because the one in Michigan's huge. And I just don't know if it was necessary. But you start popping this thing up in smaller build-outs, smaller footprints, try to do the same amount of volume. Portillo's is like that Chick-fil-A. The way they got their logistics down, if you've ever been to the Portillo's in Chicago and Ontario, go there at noon on a weekday and you see how many people. They are a well-oiled machine pumping out hundreds and hundreds of people an hour. So I feel like if you got Portillo's and Chick-fil-A together, they could probably solve all of our supply chain issues in the world. Like they would figure out how to get it done. And I think Portillo's can do that in a high volume drive-through. They just know how to get the stuff out fast. So anyways, not getting financial advice in any way, shape, or form. I will check it out. I'm a fan of Portillo's. I've not really been following their stock, but I will. But what do you think? Do you think drive-throughs are as big of a deal as I'm making them out to be? Do you think a restaurant could get by with just curbside? Drop a comment below. Think about how many times you didn't go somewhere because it was raining or cold or you had people in the car or parking sucked, where you just wish there was a drive-through and you didn't go there because they didn't have a drive-through or curbside. So, anyways, that's all I got for this one. I'm gonna catch you on the next one.